I wasn't supposed to find her that night. The forest was already on fire. Trees collapsing, smoke choking the air, and something massive had crashed from the sky. At first, I thought it was a plane. But planes don't glow blue. And they definitely don't make the ground feel like it's alive. I should have run. Any normal person would have. But then I heard it. A soft sound, almost like crying. Not loud. Not human. But enough to make my heart stop. I don't know why I followed it. Maybe curiosity. Maybe something else. Something I still can't explain. The deeper I went, the hotter it got. Flames licking the metal of whatever that thing was, twisted, broken, and still humming like it was breathing. And then I saw her. Sitting there. Alone. Not moving. Not screaming. Just watching the fire like she didn't understand what it was. She didn't look human. Her skin had this faint blue glow, like the night sky was trapped inside her. Her eyes, they were too big. Too deep. Too aware. And when she looked at me, I felt it. Like she wasn't just seeing me. She was understanding me. I froze. Every instinct told me to run. This wasn't normal. This wasn't safe. This wasn't something you bring home. But then, she lifted her hand. Slowly. Carefully. Like she was afraid I might disappear. And in that moment, everything inside me changed. Because I realized something terrifying. She wasn't just lost. She was waiting. For me. I don't remember deciding to take her with me. It just happened. One moment, I was standing there, staring at something I didn't understand. And the next, I was holding her hand, leading her away from the fire. She didn't resist. Didn't speak. Didn't even look back. Like she trusted me, more than anything else in that burning world. The walk back home felt unreal. The night was too quiet. Too still. Like the world itself was watching us. I kept expecting something to happen, something to stop me. But nothing did. And that scared me even more. When we reached my house, I hesitated. This was crazy. Bringing, whatever she was, into my home. But when I looked at her again, she tightened her grip on my hand. And just like that, I couldn't leave her outside. Days passed. She never spoke a single word. But she learned. Fast. Too fast. She watched everything I did, like she was studying me. How I ate. How I moved. How I smiled. And slowly, she started copying. At first, it was small things. The way she held a cup. The way she sat beside me. But then, she smiled. Not perfectly. Not naturally. But enough to make my chest feel heavy. Like something inside me was changing. I stopped seeing her as something strange. She felt important. Like she belonged. And maybe that was my biggest mistake. Because deep down, I knew one thing for sure. Someone out there was looking for her. And when they found her, they wouldn't ask. They would take. It started with the sky. At first, I thought it was just a storm. The clouds turned darker than usual, heavy, unnatural. Then came the silence. No wind. No insects. Nothing. It felt like the world had stopped breathing. I stepped outside, and that's when I saw it. The sky wasn't just dark anymore. It was turning red. Not like a sunset. Deeper. Alive. Pulsing like something massive was moving behind it. My heart dropped. Because in that moment, I knew. They had found her. I ran back inside. She was standing in the middle of the room, completely still. Her eyes weren't normal anymore. They were glowing. Bright. Almost, responding to something calling her. "No," I whispered. But she didn't move toward me. She just looked at the ceiling, like she could see through it. And then, a sound. Low. Vibrating. So powerful it shook the walls. I rushed to the window. And everything inside me froze. A massive ship, larger than anything I had ever imagined, was hovering right above my house. Covering the entire sky. Red light pouring down like it was marking this place. Marking us. Before I could react, lights flashed outside. Figures appeared. Tall. Armed. Not human. They surrounded the house in seconds. Weapons raised. No hesitation. No warning. I backed away slowly, my heart pounding out of my chest. But she stepped forward. Calm. Silent. Like she had been waiting for this moment. And that's when I realized something terrifying. This wasn't just a rescue. This was a retrieval. And I was standing between them and what belonged to them. The door didn't break. It didn't need to. Before I could even think about locking it, it opened on its own. Slowly. Silently. Like whatever was outside didn't believe in barriers. Cold air filled the room. Heavy. Different. Not from this world. I couldn't move. My body felt frozen, like something unseen was holding me in place. Then, they walked in. Tall figures, covered in dark armor that seemed alive, shifting slightly with every step. Their weapons glowed faintly, aimed directly at me. But they weren't looking at me. They were looking at her. Every single one of them. And then, they stepped aside. As if making way for someone far more important. The room went colder. The lights flickered. And she entered. The alien queen. You don't understand her presence, until you feel it. It wasn't just power. It was control. Like the air itself obeyed her. She was taller than the rest, her form elegant but terrifying. Her eyes glowed brighter than anyone else's, ancient, knowing, unreadable. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The little girl slowly started walking toward her. Step by step. Like she was being pulled. Like something deeper than choice was guiding her. I tried to move. To say something. To stop her. But I couldn't. All I could do was watch. Watch as she got closer. Closer. Until she was just a few steps away from the queen. My chest tightened. This was it. This was where she leaves. Where I lose her. But then, something unexpected happened. The girl stopped. Right there. Between me and her world. And for the first time, the queen's expression changed. Just slightly. As if she didn't expect that. The silence that followed was heavier than anything before. No one moved. No one spoke. Even the air felt frozen between us. She stood there, halfway between me and the queen. Two worlds pulling her in opposite directions. I could feel my heartbeat in my ears. Loud. Fast. Desperate. Go, I whispered. I don't know why I said it. Maybe because I knew. She didn't belong here. She deserved more than hiding in a small room. More than a broken life with me. She had a universe waiting for her. A family. A destiny. But she didn't move. Instead, she slowly turned her head. And looked at me. Not like before. Not curious. Not confused. But certain. Like she had already made her choice. My chest tightened. No, I shook my head slightly. This wasn't right. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. The Queen took a step forward. And for the first time, I felt fear like never before. Not fear for myself, but fear of losing her. The girl took one small step. My heart dropped. Then another. Closer to the Queen. I couldn't breathe. This was it. She was going back. Where she belonged. I forced myself to stay still. To let her go. Because that's what you do. When you care about someone. You don't hold them back. You let them choose. And she did. She chose. But not the way anyone expected. Because just as she reached the Queen, she stopped again. Turned around. And in the next second, she ran. Straight toward me. And wrapped her arms around me tightly. Like she was never letting go. The entire room changed. Weapons lifted. Energy rising. Everything on the edge of war. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. This choice had consequences. The moment she held on to me, everything snapped. The soldiers raised their weapons instantly. Red energy filled the room, sharp, dangerous, ready to strike. I could feel it in the air. One wrong move. And everything would end. But I didn't let go. Even though every instinct inside me screamed to step back. I held her tighter. Because in that moment, nothing else mattered. Not fear. Not survival. Not even the fact that I was standing against an entire alien army. All that mattered was her. The Queen didn't move. She just stood there, watching us. Her glowing eyes locked onto mine. Not angry. Not emotional. Just, calculating. Like she was trying to understand something she had never seen before. Time felt frozen. Seconds. Or maybe minutes. I couldn't tell. Then slowly. She lifted her hand. The soldiers froze. Weapons lowered. The energy disappeared. Just like that. No attack. No war. Only silence. The girl held me even tighter, as if she already knew what was about to happen. The Queen took one last step forward. Close enough that I could feel her presence, overwhelming, powerful. And then, she stopped. For a brief moment. It felt like she was looking at her daughter. Not as a ruler. But as a mother. And then, she turned away. Without a word. Without taking her back. The soldiers followed instantly. The lights vanished. The ship above us disappeared into the sky. And just like that, they were gone. Leaving behind only silence. And her. Still holding on to me. I looked down at her. And finally understood. She had a whole universe waiting for her. But she chose me. And maybe that choice changed everything.